Wakanda versus Asgard. Wakanda is the most powerful nation on Earth. Well, besides for the Talokan, I guess. Asgard was the most powerful nation throughout the entirety of the Nine Realms, and now has had perhaps the biggest fall-off I've ever seen. And it's now actually on Earth. And though they are not as powerful as they once were, they are still quite powerful, as they do still have a lot of different advantages, and there's quite a few soldiers on their side. Now, which nation would win between Wakanda and Asgard? Well, that's what we're going to be figuring out today. Like, share, and subscribe. As always, comment down below and any thoughts you'll have about this video. Now, let's jump straight into it by talking about soldier versus soldier. Well, that's kind of pointless, because an Asgardian is an Asgardian who is perhaps greater than the physical strength, speed, and durability levels of an actual super soldier, whilst Wakandans, though as skilled as they are, I mean, of course, you could take in multiple Talokan and actually strike them down, so Wakandans are obviously quite skilled, but in terms of the physical attributes, Asgardians are far physically superior and probably much older and more experienced than the Wakandans either way. So soldier versus soldier, I'll give it to Asgard, obviously. Then talking about the actual weapons on both sides, well, though in battle it seems as if both sides tend to use traditional weapons for the most part, as they both use spears and shield and blades and stuff like that. But given that currently, as we're using the current Asgard does not have that high level of technological advancements, while Wakanda obviously does, with some of their weapons allowing them to attack from range and just having general superior technology like their warships, which Asgard doesn't have any more ships, by the way. I'm just going to point that out. They don't have any more aircrafts, whilst Wakanda still does have, which can obviously help them drastically in battle. So I'll give it to Wakanda in terms of weapons and technological advancements with little to no ease. And then there is obviously the aspect of numbers. Now, in Black Panther Wakanda Forever, we didn't actually get to see Wakanda's full army, because Shuri was acting out of emotion and they were fighting in the middle of the ocean, which didn't allow them to bring out their full army. But in Avengers Infinity War and in Avengers Endgame, we saw Wakanda to actually have quite a large army. With this picture alone in Avengers Endgame, this image would imply that they have a few thousand soldiers on their side. I mean, Wakanda is an entire country, which should mean they have a few million residents or citizens within it, and so perhaps a few thousand soldiers as well. So, given that they have a few thousand soldiers and Asgard has perhaps 1,000 at best, I believe, probably even less, I have to give it to Wakanda and say in terms of numbers, Wakanda has a far larger army. Then we're talking about leader versus leader. Now, we are talking about Shuri versus Valkyrie. Now, Shuri as the Black Panther is not the best Black Panther, but she is obviously granted superhuman strength, speed, durability, and obviously with the suit giving her even greater level of durability, the sonic blast, and she also has a mind, which is obviously quite impressive. She's obviously really smart and talented and dangerous, but Valkyrie is stronger because she's not only stronger than the general Asgardian, but she can also drop the Hulk to the ground, and she's also faster and probably more durable, definitely more experienced, definitely a better martial artist, and she has a weapon that can easily cut through the skin of a Leviathan, which is something Iron Man in the first Avengers movie thought to be almost impossible, and Valkyrie could just do it with absolute and utter ease. So that's obviously quite insane, and I think that's not really much of a battle between these two. I think Valkyrie should definitely win in a one-on-one battle. Now, ultimately, which nation takes the win if they were to collide in full-scale war? Well, I have to say Wakanda should still win the battle. See, Asgard has superior soldiers in terms of physical strength, speed, and durability. They also have a superior leader who is much stronger than the Wakandan leader, obviously. But they don't have the weapons and technology as well as the numbers to actually beat Wakanda in a full-scale war. But based on what we've seen from the Wakandan army having thousands of soldiers as well as great levels of technology, I think Wakanda should still beat Asgard regardless of Asgard's few advantages in battle. And I'm sure many people are going to have a lot of comments and thoughts about this. If y'all do, you can leave them down below. I'd love to see them. This is MC Info with another MC Clash. I'm out.